Hello there, thank you very much for joining me. It's Mohammed Fahim. Today's lesson is about IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 Writing Tips. So it's all about structure. So let's move to whiteboard before wasting our time. So it's IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. The total time frame for this task is 20 minutes. You will be given 20 minutes. After 20 minutes दिए जाएंगे. Normally they give 1 hour, and in an hour you have to use 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes to write task 2, but it depends upon you that how you divide your time. So all these instructions on the whiteboard, they will actually give you an idea how you can prepare yourself to outperform others who haven't tried or managed their time. And it's also about tips to understand what the task 1 is about. So here we are. Rule number 1, divide your task in 4 sections. Whenever you get a chart, bar chart, pie chart, line graph, map, diagram, process diagram, or mixed charts, you need to divide your writing task in 4 different sections. The first section is always about the introduction. The second section is always about overview of the whole data, what's been given in the chart, what type of data has been given. You need to summarize there the big trends. And then we have third one, the body paragraph, and the fourth one is body paragraph. You need to write minimum 150 words and maximum you can go for 190 words, because if you exceed to 190, it might affect your marking scale as well. I'm not sure about it, because however normally teachers say if you cross 200, this means it's wrong, because it's not essay, it's a report. Remember, as I said, it's not essay, so you do not need to write anything from yourself. You have a complete structure of report writing in front of your eyes in the form of a picture. From picture I mean diagram, map, pie charts, graphs, tables. I'll be using the word picture just to cover up all these names. So if you write something, you write only what has been given to you, what has been presented to you, and you have to transcribe it, you have to translate it, you have to interpret it. So how we can do it? Let's move to whiteboard. First of all, in an introduction section, you do not need to write a lot. The only thing is you paraphrase the question. Whatever the question is, you need to change its wording. For example, if it's about this pen, for example, the blue pen is always neglected because of different characteristics. What do you think about it? The data is given in the picture. I just made this statement hypothetically. So you say that the bar chart or the picture shows the percentage of, and then you can start writing. When you paraphrase, you need to use different type of vocabulary to show that you have the command of vocabulary, because your vocabulary strength will weigh 25% of your overall marking. For instance, this bar chart shows, you change the words, because bar chart you cannot change a pie chart, you cannot change into a diagram. Bar chart is bar chart, line chart is line chart, map is map. So you need to use the original name. Then shows, you can say reveals, you can say illustrate, you can say tell, you can say indicate. This is how you can use different types of words. Obviously, I'll be giving you a list of certain words in coming lectures as well that will make you feel at home to change these words. So this is how you paraphrase, by using different words. So this is about the introduction. You just change the statement to get the reader involved what you are going to write about, what you are saying actually. So report writing, the basic thing I'm going to say in Urdu, जो बुनियादी मकसद है रिपोर्ट राइटिंग का, एकेडमिक रिपोर्ट राइटिंग का, टू इन्वॉल्व द रीडर. आपने रीडर को इन्वॉल्व करना है कि बेसिकली ये सारा टास्क किस चीज के बारे में है. सो व्हाट आई वाज सेइंग, दैट यू इन्वॉल्व द रीडर बाय your writing, that what's been written here. So it's about your words and the involvement. So you create interest among readers for the examiner that what you are going to write about. So simplest information, simplest paraphrasing. Then we move to overview. What is overview? Overview is a complete brief picture of the data. of all the tasks that have been mentioned in your chart or in your graph or in map or diagram. So why we need to give it in an overall overview section? Remember what you need to mention in overview. You need to talk about main trends, not all the trends. First you need to talk about the main trends, then the second main feature or second main trend. That's it, the overall scenario. Whenever you start writing the overview, always use the word overall. I have written it here, overall, and then you start writing. So after giving the overview, you start writing your first body paragraph. First paragraph, that is called body paragraph. So now what we need to say in the first body paragraph? In the first body paragraph, we need to give details plus data to support our argument. Whatever the details of different processes, whatever the data about different processes has been given in the chart or is given in the chart, you need to use that supportive evidence or numbers or percentage or comparisons or trends or details to highlight a picture in the form of words for your reader. From reader, I mean for your examiner, who will understand that you have the capacity, you have the ability, you have the skills to compare things, to highlight different things, to identify different trends, to do comparison about the percentage or proportions. And then in the second body paragraph, you need to give more details about those trends which are not very much popular. One trend in the body paragraph that is higher has more depth, and in the second body paragraph which is lower. And you can give details, you can highlight remaining categories such as lowest trend, which are the lowest trend, and this is how you conclude. So this is the main structure of the writing. Now again, I have given a formula. Why? This formula is about writing the overview. Start with the word overall plus biggest trend or main trend plus second main trend. So this is the formula of the overall overview. And now we have tips to perform good. अगर आप अच्छा परफॉर्म करना चाहते हैं, I'm saying in Urdu, if you want to perform good, तो आपको क्या करना है? You have to consider these tips. आपने ये tips देखनी है. What are these tips? Tip number 1, thinking process. Initiate your thinking process. What the picture is about, what it's telling me about, what is the data, if there is a comparison, if there is a percentage, if there upward trend, if there downward trend, if there expansion of information, if this talk about a process, or if it's a map, if it tells the picture was different, now it's different. So you need to initiate the thinking process about your job. So what is the thinking process? There are three main things. First, what is the visual about? तस्वीर किस चीज के बारे में है? This is all about your introduction. If you think carefully what's the picture is about, what the visual is about, it's your introduction. Now, what are the biggest trends? It's your overview. Now, again, what details for those trends? These are your body paragraphs. So three major rules and you are up on your task. Now we have time planning. The biggest problem with students is time planning, because in IELTS environment or in any examination environment, even despite my mid-40 age, if I appear in any examination, I will be frustrated and I would be unable to comprehend my time management. So I need certain techniques that can improve my time management. It's not about teachers or students, it's with everyone. This problem exists because it's human psychology. Humans feel pressure in stricter and controlled environment. So here we are, time management. When you are training in your home or in your institution, divide your time frame. If you plan to prepare in 8 weeks, in 2 months, then you start this. In week 1, week 2, week 3, and week onward weeks from 3 to 8. Introduction, in the first week you need to spend 2 to 3 minutes. Then in the second week you need to reduce the time because introduction is the smallest section. In second week, try to write in 2.5 minutes for full 6 or 7 days. Then in third week you reduce your time to 2 minutes. If you are capable, you may do it in just 1 week. It's up to you. You may appear for IELTS examination in just 1 month or even just 15 days. Yes, people do it. But if you want to achieve a good band score, I would recommend the maximum time you can spend, and you are sure about getting the desired band score, and it depends upon you what time you spent on your studies. In the second week, for overview section, in the beginning you spend 3 to 4 minutes because you have to visualize all the data, so it requires 3 to 4 minutes. Then in the second week, reduce half a minute, 3 to 3.5 minutes, then change it to 3 minutes and 3 minutes onward. You may write it in just 2.5 minutes. It's up to you, it's your performance. And then body paragraph in the beginning, spend 5 to 8 minutes in the first week, 5 to 7 or 6 minutes in the second week, and then 5 minutes onward. And then for the second body paragraph, again 5 to 8 minutes in the first week, 5 to 7 minutes, then 5 to 6 minutes, then 5 minutes. Why I am reducing the time? Remember, you can take about 30 minutes in your first week. Doesn't matter. You can take an hour to write this task. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. In the beginning, if you spend more time, it will be easy for you to understand the structure of all the graphs, charts. This time frame is for those who have the capacity and the knowledge and the basic idea about IELTS. People who do not have any idea about writing, they should spend about 30 to 40 minutes in the beginning. Please remember, for 3 to 4 days, and then they will speed up. Because in training, if you finish your task in 15 minutes, I bet in the examination hall, you will be finishing it in 18 or 19 minutes. That's for sure. There are only a few people who can comprehend the psychological pressure, and they may finish it in 15 minutes or 14 minutes. I'm not discouraging. I'm saying that you must do everything very carefully and do not make haste. This time frame is just for your management. Think every aspect, don't leave anything. Now we have to look for marking scheme. There are 4 rules. First, 25% for each section. For instance, marking criteria is 25%. The examiner will see the task achievement. If you have interpreted everything, then 25%. If there is a cohesion and coherence, this means consistency of idea, integration of idea, everything is in a logical flow, 25% is for that. Lexical resources, vocabulary, like this, you shuffle these words again and again, and this is how, like this is how they will give you 25% for that, for using good vocabulary. And then the last 25% is your grammar, what type of grammar you use. This does not mean that you need Oxford or Cambridge grammar. This means at least convincing word. So don't get afraid from IELTS. In coming sessions, we will do practical work on each type of IELTS task 1. Stay with me. It's Mohammed.